All right, Jay and Bobby back with you again. Hope everybody had a good Wednesday. It was Wednesday yesterday.
Yes,
right?
It was Wednesday.
Okay. Two old retired guys, man. We sort of like lose track of our days from time to time. But hope you're having a great Thursday so far also. I'm Jay.
I'm Bobby.
That is my baby brother, Jeffrey Toobin.
Mr. Toobin.
Where does CNN find these brain dead dudes, man?
I don't know. I think they're making them in the back somewhere. Cobble them together and put them in front of the camera.
Put them in front of the camera. Huh? It's like, man, say anything you want to say.
Say something.
Just say
Make
something.
sure it's ridiculous.
And ridiculous this is. So the guy says that, in case you haven't seen it, this was yesterday, he's on CNN. And he makes a statement that says CNN or Antifa is a black organization.
Yeah, it's a black organization.
Also, he can call Trump a racist because, you know, Trump is a big critic of Antifa.
Yeah. Anybody with a brain is a big critic of Antifa.
So Mr. Toobin, he makes a statement and it's like, really, man? Every time I see Antifa out doing what they do, which is violently rioting, calling cops the N-word and all this good stuff. So
rumbling with the cops.
Rumbling with them.
I mean, yeah, well, the cop grabbed one. You know, I remember one in particular where this girl knocks this camera out of this guy's hand, knocks his phone out of his hand. And the police run and grab her. Then her compadre next to her, her comrade, jumps in and tries to pull the police off. I'm like, get off of her, okay? So she got, the girl that knocked the camera out of her, she gets simple assault.
Right.
You know, which, you know, unless the dude really, you know, has a fit about it, you know, he might not even show up to court.
Yeah, he could have pushed it. Yeah.
So that, you know, that might get thrown out because he might not even show up, you know. But girlfriend that was helping her, her buddy, she gets not only resisting arrest, assault on an officer. I think she got a third charge. I forget what it was. So now she got 2 possibly felonies on her because they're so stupid, you know, because they're young kids, and they're so stupid they think, well, I'm right, so therefore I have right to resist the police. Baby girl, it don't work like that, okay? Just because you're right don't mean you can rumble with law enforcement.
Rumble with the cops.
I mean, you know, you can do that, you know, call yourself a revolutionary, but, you know, that really doesn't go all that well for you when it's just you and your girlfriend. She's in handcuffs and you about to get put in handcuffs. And everybody's standing back looking like, oh, no, I ain't getting in that. You know?
So this dude, Toobin, now he's supposed to be like the legal analyst for CNN. You would think with a title like that, legal analyst, that the guy has some kind of intellect going for him. You would think. But then when you hear this guy say what he says, it's like, well, there goes that assumption.
Yeah. You know, okay, so you just have a title.
Yeah.
You know, one of your titles is not common sense.
So listen to what the guy says, and I'm quoting. Let's be clear also about what's going on here. The theme here is I'm Donald Trump, and I'll protect you from the scary black people. This is what Toobin says. Then he goes on to say, Antifa is widely perceived as an African-American organization, and this is just part of the same story of LeBron James and Don Lemon and Maxine Waters and the NFL players and the UCLA basketball players. So I guess he's trying to make a connection, Antifa to LeBron James et al., because Trump's, you know, always out there criticizing and, you know, calling LeBron James ignorant, Don Lemon stupid, Maxine Waters keep talking, the NFL players with their kneeling in the anthem. So he's trying to make a connection saying that, hey, Antifa's an all-black organization, and what Donald Trump is trying to do is protect you from all the black scary people, the scary black people. Now that's some racist crap.
Yeah, that's racist. You know.
But you won't hear them on CNN or any of the other line news media outlets criticizing this guy.
And then they wonder why Donald Trump, you know, they bashed the man all last week. And I was reading a report that says he ticked up a couple of percentage points in his polls for his, you know, as to his favorability because these people were bashing him and everybody like, okay, you just bashing the man, but you're not giving me any other information that I can use to make any kind of choice or a decision between Donald Trump and what you're talking about, you know, because it's the same spiel. And people are getting tired of that nonsense. You know, like, man, go somewhere. You know, so here we have, you know, the left, our policies, you know, aren't working. They didn't work, you know, and people are realizing, and they're doing better now since they voted Trump into the presidency. And they don't have anywhere else to go except violence, you know. And Antifa supposedly got this big plan that during the election, they're going to get out and they're going to riot and show America the path towards righteousness, which is do as the left says and don't you dare have your own opinion about anything.
And check this headline out. Ron DeSantis is running for governor down in Florida. His opponent is going to be Andrew Gillum, who's a black guy. He's mayor of Tallahassee, far-left Democrat, backed by Bernie Sanders. Andrew Gillum is. So let's look at this headline. Ron DeSantis uses monkey to describe Andrew Gillum's agenda. Democrats branded racist. That's not what he did not use the word to describe Andrew Gillum's agenda. His statement was, hey, we have work ahead of us. We got a lot of hard work. We can't be monkeying around with what we have to do. In other words, if you want to use a euphemism, the monkey with the football. We can't be out here like a monkey with the football.
Handing the monkey the football and telling them to run right. The monkey just grabs the football and does what monkeys do. So starts playing with it.
For me, he's saying that, hey, I have a formidable foe.
Yeah.
We can't be monkeying around with this. Oh, the media, the lying mainstream media, as soon as they hear the word monkey, oh, he's making a reference to Andrew Gillum because he's black. So it's like, boy, I'm telling you.
So now, anytime you're black, you can't run on your policy, you know. And see, this goes back to Jim Crow, which was Democrats, you know. If you paying any attention at all, you know that. It goes back to Jim Crow. You're black, so you can't do this. You're black, so you can't do that. You're black because you don't have this ability. You're a second-class citizen. Now you're black and you can't win an election because the racist white people aren't going to let you. So now instead of putting forth policies, you play the race card, you know. And as a black man, as soon as I heard that, I'm sitting here listening to some analysts on Fox last night, and I could have threw a brick through the TV and hit her with it, you know, simply because, so now it's not about their differences in policies. It's about his skin color. And we're supposed to now, all black people, to rally around Mr. Gillum, Andrew Gillum, and support him because he's black, not because of his policies. And this is the thing I encourage most young people, because I know you weren't there, that was 50 years ago, go back and listen to Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech. He is not on about racism. That's what you want to hear. That's what you're telling you, he said. Listen to the man's words and what he's talking about. He's not talking about racism because Martin Luther King wasn't fighting racism because you cannot fight what's in another man's heart. He was talking about right of access. That's what we understood back in the day. You don't want to open the door. You don't want to let me have access to voting especially when you're in the South. You don't want to let me have access to the same things that you have access. That's what they were on about during the civil rights struggle, not racism, because that's in a man's heart. You can't modify what's in a man's heart. The left jumps in the late 60s and make it about racism and not about, black people, education, preparing yourself, for when you grow up so you can go out into the market and handle yourself. Now, I know a lot of you super blacks out there, well, you're saying racism don't exist? Yeah, just like it rains, you're going to get wet. It's out there. But to form your whole identity around the color of your skin is not going to help you in the real world. That's nonsense. If a black person stands against you, do you say, oh, well, he's against me because I'm black? No, this jerk. You deal with him, okay, now we man to man. You deal with them as a human being. Okay, man, get this dude out your way. How do I get this dude out my way? It's not about your skin color. This is the only thing the left has left. It's got to be about race. Then up until 2020, that's all you're going to hear. Anytime a black or a minority runs, it's going to be based on race and not on point of what they're talking about. Oh yeah, he's a socialist, but he's black, or he's Hispanic, she's Hispanic. Let's focus on that. And the evil white person that they're running against, they're just trying to get the Ku Klux Klan members, to vote for them. Well, who did the Ku Klux Klan come out of?
The Democratic Party.
Thank you. So, this has been their MO forever. Racism, sexism, economic disparity. It's always, we're going to help you against those evil people who don't want you to succeed. How are you going to do that? By educating me, by giving me opportunities, by coming to my community and putting money, economic opportunity before me in my community? No. We want you to just hate white people and vote for us.
Yeah. So, like I said, as soon as I heard the word monkey, it's like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, like I said, I could throw a brick through the window.
Yeah, here we go.
That insulted me.
Yeah.
I'm insulted. And that has always insulted me. You want to deal me with my skin color? Go right ahead. I'm going to prove you that you made a mistake doing that. Because I'm going to come at you one-on-one, man to man. I don't care. Because I think I'm just as able of whatever I put my hand to as you are. So wow, black, white, whatever. Why do we have to keep putting skin color in it? Oh, well, let's not vote for him because he's a white Republican. Well, what about the fact that he doesn't want to tax you into oblivion?
Yeah.
What about that?
See, that's what DeSantis was talking about. It's like the Florida economy is booming, okay? And you elect this guy as governor. I don't care if he's white, black, polka dot, striped, whatever. Far left, Democrat, socialist. Guess what he's going to bring to the state of Florida? That booming economy that you got down in Florida,
more taxes.
It's going to disappear. It's going to disappear.
It irks the Democrats that there isn't a personal income tax in Florida and states like Tennessee. They hate that.
Yeah.
That's money they could have their hands on. We need to tax you so we can help you. No, not tax. I'm doing all right. Not tax me. Well, this is for the poor. Well, why don't you just give your money to the poor like we do?
Yeah.
No, you don't want to do that.
And that's what DeSantis was referring to. It's like, we can't monkey that up.
No, you want to screw that up.
Yeah, you're going to mess that all up. Because this guy, that's their agenda. Tax people into oblivion. Entitlement programs all over the place that taxpayers are paying for. So everything that the left touches, it can be as vibrant as heck. You let the left come in and gain control of the system, they're gonna screw it up. They'll screw it up every time. And that's what he was referring to. Okay. Now want him to apologize. I'm not apologizing for anything.
wouldn't
I didn't say anything that was
derogatory,
derogatory towards this
him
guy
at all.
None whatsoever. You guys on the left, man, you guys are despicable. That's
And that's putting it kindly.
Wow.
That's putting it kindly. Despicable. That's the best I can do for you. You know, because I couldn't find a worse word.
Despicable.
Yeah, you're despicable. There's nothing good coming out of these people. But yeah, it's going to be all about race.
Yep.
The whole, from
and that's
here to the
they do it all the time.
November. That's all you're going to hear in Florida. You know, when he called him a monkey, well, he didn't call him a monkey. He made a reference to it. You know, everybody know what that monkey reference means. No, that's what you want everybody to think. That's what that reference.
And you know, the bobbleheads are out there. Yep. He sure did.
He's a racist.
He's a racist.
And for some people, that's good enough. To me, you know, and somebody, you offended at my telling you how I believe. That offends you. You know, you saying that, well, it's not about the politics for me because you can't come against what I'm putting forth as political. Well, it's about race. Why is it about race? Why is everything that you look at and you look out here and it has to be, you know, discerned through the color of your skin? That is ridiculous. You know, what does that have to do with anything? The color of your skin is irrelevant. Can you do this? Yeah, I think I can do that. Well, show me. And if you can do it, fine. You know, if you can't, I'll get somebody else. But no, I got fired because I'm black. No, you got fired because you didn't know what you were doing. Just like the white dude got fired because he didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
You know, wow, man. Boss come to me, like, what do you think of that guy? You know, he hires a guy, he puts him with me. Okay, what do you think of him? You need to show him the curve, man. Is it that, you know, he don't know what he's doing. Well, he said he knew how to, I know how to swing a hammer, but I'm talking about he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Now, I can teach him if you want me to. You know, but as far as, you know, turning him loose, now you ain't gonna be able to do that. Now, you gotta, the boss, now you gotta figure out if you want me to put time in this dude or if you want to let him go. You know, and then some dudes, if we're building a house, whatever construction site, commercial, whatever, you get hired one day. You come to work the next day. If you get out your truck without at least a hammer and a tape measure, I can't use you. What am I doing with you? What am I going to do with you? I cannot use you. We're building stuff. At least have a tape and a hammer on it. If you don't know what you're doing, show up with that.
What you say? You just want to stack lumber all day?
You want to stack lumber all day? I can call a temp agency and get a bunch of guys out of there because they don't want to work. You know, but I'm supposed to invest in you, and you not showing me any incentive that you know what you're doing. Man, McDonald's is hiring. Down the street.
So, hey, as far as Mr. DeSantis goes, people are calling for him to apologize. Apologize for what?
Apologize for what?
Explicitly for what?
Apologize to the news media.
Because he used the word monkey in his statement.
Mr. DeSantis, you can't use the word black in anything that you say. You can't use the word white. You got to be perfectly politically correct.
Perfectly.
Now, you can take that in one or two ways. You know, I'll take that under consideration. Bite me. Or I'll apologize. There's not a whole lot of, because no matter what he does. It doesn't matter what he does. They're going to find some other reason to make race the point in this race for governor.
Meanwhile, the left is out there calling people Nazis, white supremacists, fascists, homophobes, xenophobes, deplorables, whole bunch of stuff. In the meantime. But you don't get upset with that, but you want to take and one word that this guy used and you want to blow up on.
You want to build this guy's whole campaign on that. Now on the word, well, he used the word monkey in his statement. So now his whole campaign is going to be formed around that.
So looking at the results of the election from Tuesday night down in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Gillum, you have a fight in front of you.
You got problems.
Okay?
And I don't care what the left tells you. You know, when you get more votes, almost 100,000 more votes than both the Democrats in the primary combined, you got issues.
You got
issues. Oh,
and then when the people of Florida hear how the news media, the lying mainstream media, here's how they're blowing up over this statement that he made. It's like, we can't monkey this up, talking about we can't monkey up what we've accomplished down here.
We're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, let's not monkey direction. So people down there, right-thinking people, are not going to look at and hear what the news media is saying, that lying mainstream media. When they look at that, they're going to say, see, this is why we don't vote for you guys anymore. You can't come up with... Now, DeSantis is talking about the policies that have been put in place down in Florida to strengthen the economy.
That are working.
Yeah, that are working. And these guys are talking about race. What is his policy?
What is his policy?
Now we know what his policy is because he's a far left Democrat. He's a socialist. So we know what his policy is, and his policy, without him even saying what his policy is, we already know what's up.
What it is.
It's going to be to come in and destroy what's been working down there. And people can see that.
Yeah, let's follow California's lead. You know, let's try the best we can do to make Florida look like Venezuela.
And California, like you said.
You know, California is Venezuela.
Yeah.
You know? The only thing they have going for them is still in this country. If they were a country of their own, they would be Venezuela.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, the point is, are you going to vote, you know, on emotions? Are you going to go from here forward on your emotions, on your feelings? You know, and I wouldn't be mad at some of you white people. If you were on the fence and you heard that comment, well, I'm going to vote for the guy now on general principles. I wouldn't be mad at you, you know, because now you're telling me this guy I shouldn't vote for because he says something that you're telling me is offensive. Well, I don't see anything offensive. So, you know, instead of you helping the guy, you probably knock some people off the fence and to the right, to this Republican, as opposed to pushing him over. Well, if Mr. DeSantis think like that, that's racist. You know, now white guilt. Let's get the white guilt going. You know, and white people are sick of white guilt.
Yeah, they're sick of it. Yeah.
They're sick of that.
Yeah, they're sick of it. So again, these midterm elections are going to be very, very interesting. People, you folks in the Democrat Party, you leftists, people in this country, not just in Florida, but people countrywide, have rejected your agenda. They did. You should have seen that in 2016 during the general elections.
Yeah, they're leftists. They want to admit it.
And not just for president. You look at the power base in both houses of Congress, Republican, conservative. People are rejecting your leftist agenda, your socialist agenda, Democrats. But you keep playing the race card, and you keep with this division, being divisive, and putting people in these groups, like you're doing with Ron DeSantis right now. Oh, he's coming right out of the Trump playbook.
No,
well, what's the Trump playbook?
Yeah.
What does the Trump playbook say? Somebody tells me somebody from the left, you explain to me what the Trump playbook is, because you keep hearing he's racist.
Yeah.
Trump is racist. Trump is racist. Trump is racist. He hates black folks. He's a Nazi. He's a fascist. We keep hearing that. But all we hear is a bunch of words out there. Bunch of words. So explain to me, irrefutably, what's the Trump playbook?
Well, they can't talk about their policy. Because everybody knows what your policy is. Let's turn America into Venezuela.
Yeah.
That's your policy.
We already know.
You know, even the boys, you know, they're on the fence out there in California. They're not sure how that governor's race is going to go. Even New York. Now, these are staunch liberal bastions.
Yep.
And they're like, well, I don't know. This is kind of tight. It's going to be kind of tight. You know, they're not sure Cuomo is a lock, you know. And the left has a problem with the Bernie Sanders wing. Those people are pissed because it's obvious now that Hillary stole the nomination from Bernie. So they're upset. So anytime you get a old line Democrat up against one of their new, young, fresh, brain-dead Bernie Sanders supporters, you know, they're upset. And if you were paying attention at the end of the last presidential election cycle, those Bernie Sanders people said, we're going to take over the Democrat Party. Mm-hmm. We're going to get rid of all these fossils, you know, run them off, and we're going to start from scratch.
We're going to start with the fresh new faces.
The fresh new faces, you know, so... I told my brother yesterday, I hope Alejandria Ocasio-Cortez comes to California and helps Mr. Gillum so they can turn that state red. Into Florida to turn that state red.
Like they did, like she did in Kansas.
God, I hope they campaign together. They're going to turn Florida red. You know?
Turn Florida,
yeah, turn it red. No,
turn it red.
That's blue, sweetheart.
Yeah.
You know? Now, if he got any sense, he will no, you can't come to Florida.
And then I remember thinking after Kansas, after their primaries out there, and you looked at the map, and it's like, you see all this red, it's like, hey, Alexandria, good job.
Good job.
Good job, man.
You did what you said.
Yep.
You was going to turn Kansas red.
And you did. Good job. All right. So we're deep down into it today. But, you know, again, we already know what you Democrats are about. Yeah. We already know what your agenda is.
There's no surprises.
Yes, no surprises here whatsoever. So this thing with Ron DeSantis and him using the word monkey, it's like I said, as soon as I heard it, I knew what was going to happen, because that's what you Democrats do.
That's what they do.
That's what you do all the time.
That's what they're going to do.
Because you have nothing else to talk about. Nothing else of substance to talk about. And then you have the that lying mainstream media right behind you to go out there and toot that horn, blow that horn.
Toot that horn.
But you don't hear anybody saying anything about what Mr. Toobin said.
Yeah. About
Antifa being a black organization. You don't hear anything about that. Nor during his interview, did anybody say, whoa, wait a minute, man.
Hold up on that.
Hold up a minute, dog.
Let's talk about that.
It's like, I've been watching Antifa, man. I see a bunch of young white kids out there.
That's what I'm seeing.
That's what I'm seeing.
And there's a bunch of videos on YouTube about that.
Thank you.
They're all Thank you. Hey, if there is a minority there, it's like in the lower tenth of a percent in, you know, percentile of them there. They're mostly young white kids. But no, you're going to push that nonsense. Like, America's blind.
Yeah.
We can't see.
Like, you're stupid. It's like, dude, go back and take a nap.
Yeah.
Because apparently you're still in a fog. Go back to sleep, man. But hey, they let him get away with it.
But anyway, all you people out there, we're gonna wind this thing up. We're probably long here, but we're a little upset about this stuff.
But it's not being upset about it.
I just get sick of the racism.
Yeah, you look at it, and
I get sick of them throwing that race card out there. So, you know, if you white people out there are sick of that, as I am, because I know I'm sick of it, and I'm black.
Yeah.
But I know you're sick of it. But, you know, hey, this is what they're going to do, you know, and take your frustration to the voting booth.
That's right. Yep.
And we're going to fix it there.
Yep. That's where you fix it. Give them a smash.
Well, all of you out there listening to this, smash that like button if you like what you see. Hit the subscribe button, the big red subscribe button, and ding that bell so you can get alerts whenever we put up a video. And we appreciate you people out there. Appreciate your comments and appreciate your views. And all that we're trying to do here is just inform you guys and not so much tell you what to do, but help give you directions in which you could go and look for stuff yourself.
That's right.
Because that's what we want. We want to encourage you to do your own research.
That's right.
You know what you're talking about.
That's right. So when the lefty comes up against you, you can throw stuff at him, and then watch him walk away mad because he can't come back and rebut what you say.
You can whiz a couple of fastballs past their head, and then they're done.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we'll see you back here again tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Hey, it's the end of the week for a lot of folks.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day, and it was Monday, and she was looking for Friday already. I said, yeah, man, I remember those days. Yep, I remember those days. Monday, you're looking for Friday. All right, so you guys have a good day, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.
All right, Internet.